So question 10 looks a little bit different as well. So let's take a look at this one. So James Kitchen has a 1-year ARM for $210,000 over a 25-year term. So ARM, well, what is ARM? ARM stands for an adjustable rate mortgage. So this is a type of home loan where interest rate can change over time. It typically starts with a lower fixed rate for a set period, then adjusts periodically based on the financial index. So to determine this adjustable rate mortgage, it's going to be the index plus the margin. So we're going to be looking for these two keywords up here, index plus margin. So the margin is 2%, and the index rate starts out at 3.3%. And it can increase to 10% at the first adjustment. So, and increases. Okay. So the balance principal at the end of the first year is $205,764.31. So a lot's going on here. So again, the adjustable rate mortgage includes a periodic rate cap of 2% per adjustment period. So A, find the interest owed, and B, find the monthly payment due for the first month of the year. So find the interest owed. So we're basically looking for the interest owed in the first month is what we're looking at. Find the interest owed on the first month. So to do that, what we need to do is find the monthly rate to start with. So the first thing we pick up on is the adjusted rate mortgage is the index plus the margin. So 2% is the margin and the index rate is 3.3. So we're adding those two numbers together to start with. So we have actually this 3.3 plus this 2. That's going to give us this 5.3%. That's our adjustable rate mortgage for the year. But we do need to convert that into a monthly rate. So if we change this to decimal, that would be 0.053. If we divide that by 12, that is going to give us our monthly rate. So if we go 0.053, if we then divide that by 12, that's going to be our interest per month. Okay. Now that's a hard number to write down. So what I'm going to pick up on is the interest is going to be the principal times the monthly rate. So our initial loan was 210,000. So 210,000 is our initial loan. That's our principal to start with. So $210,000 is what we start with. And if I multiply it by that monthly rate, so this 210,000, if I multiply that by this number here, highlight that and enter and bring it down. So that's how the graphing calculator is helpful here. So that monthly rate, which is really this 0.053 divided by 12, that's going to give us then, hit enter. This is going to be the interest that's going to be required at that first payment. So $927.50 is how much interest is going to be paid out of our first monthly payment. So ignore the step 3 part. This actually should have been step 2. So we had to find the monthly rate, and then step 2, interest owed is what? So that's going to be part A. So part A is going to be that answer right there. Okay. So the next thing they want us to do is in part B is they wanted us to find the monthly payment due for the first month. So we want to find the first monthly payment. So again, we're using our annual or our adjusted rate mortgages is 5.3%. So notice how again our loan amount was 210,000 over a 25-year period. Notice that our interest rate, so our interest rate was this 5.3%. That was our adjustable rate mortgage. So I can use this formula here to determine, notice that I can't use the table because our table does not do 5.3%. So I either have to use this formula or I can use the TVM solver. So if you use the TVM solver, we have 25 times 12. I'm assuming that's going to be 300. So we're going to make 300 payments, if you will. Our interest rate is going to be this 5.3. That's our adjustable rate mortgage. Our initial amount was this 210,000. That's what we're borrowing. We don't know the monthly payment at this point. Our future value, we're shooting for zero, and all the rest of this is fine. So I want to go up here and then solve for our monthly regular payment. Let's see if it looks like they clear that out there. Alpha solve. So it looks like our monthly payment is going to be $1,264.62. That should be our regular monthly payment. Now, if we want to use this formula, we can also double check it with the formula here. So our principal was again the 210,000, but we're going to multiply that by our adjustable rate mortgage, which was this 0.053. It's got to be turned to decimal here. But we have to divide that by 12 to get to the monthly rate. That gives us the top. And then the bottom, we have this 1 minus in parentheses. And I'm going to use the fraction button. So alpha, hit this green F1 up here, F1, N over D. So I'm going to put the 12 there over 12 plus my 0.053, my rate of interest, if you will. I don't think a plus sign. Let me see here. It's getting awful small. So plus 0.053. That looks okay. If I make that a little bit bigger, not bad. But then I got to raise that to 12 times our time. So if I raise that to 12 times, and we're doing it for 25 years. Oops, my parentheses look awkward here, so let me clear that off there. So that looks okay. 12 times 25, and then use my arrow to come out, and then close the parenthesis. So that would be, no, got the exponent wrong spot there, don't I? Yuck. All right. We'll delete that out of there. Just still didn't look right, does it? So 1 minus 12 over that. And then this is all raised to the, we don't need an exponent there. I have to start all over if I don't get this going. I got too many parentheses. We just clear this off here again. 1 minus parenthesis fraction 12 over 12 plus 0.053. And then we're going to come out, close parenthesis, raise that to 12 times the 25 years, the time. So then I want to divide the numerator, which is the 927.50. I want to divide that by this denominator, hit enter, and we do get 1264.62. So we do get the same answer, but I had much better luck with the TVM solver than putting that into the formula. Okay. So that's what we would have to do for part B is find that monthly payment. And notice how we would pick up on that out of that payment, $927.50 goes towards uh, interest, and then the remaining would go towards the principal.